Good morning, Team Puyat, Team Breakfast Club. We are here with slightly sleepy voiced, and I don't think I've ever washed my hair at 1 o'clock in the morning before, but we made it. It's great to be here, and there are lots of benefits to being up in the middle of the night, especially when you're at home. It's nicer than the hotel, isn't it?
Yes, we're back from our 24-hour trip to Jollibees and
Yay!
London, and covering Alex's first singles match against Alicia Parks. We have delayed this early morning rise because there's been a bit of rain about. Sabalenka on centre court was having to sit with an umbrella and waiting for the rain to go through, and she was the tournament likes to keep the players out on court, which is a good idea because it delays all the kind of time to take them back to the changing rooms and then coming back to court. It kind of adds 20 minutes. So I quite like the way the tournament handled the rain, and players came back out onto court, and Sabalenka's now at match point. So we've timed this start really well because it's probably about 15 minutes from Alex and Venus having another go on the doubles court.
And I love it. Igoys is saying, is there any chance that Jan could win this match? No, Igoys, there isn't. That's only because you're an A.Eala fan. You think that type of thing is normal. It isn't normal. Jan can't do it. A.Eala, I would say, yeah, probably. It is match points against her, but yeah, she could probably win this. Whereas, as a Jung fan, you could, I think, probably write this off and say, no, she's 5-4, advantage Sabalenka.
Well, it's hard when you've just lost match point to come back from it. That
she's just lost match point.
But we have got the benefit of the pictures. She's just lost. Really warm hug. Swai Jiang. Before Alex Eala, Swai Jiang was the nicest player on tour. If you asked the 100 players, the top 100 players, to vote for the nicest player on tour, I'm sure she would have definitely been in everyone's top 3. But that is changing, obviously, because it's not just about how your results go amongst your peers. It's how you are as a person, and I think Alex is taking on that mantle off Swai Jiang, actually.
I think she is. I think there's a little bit of jealousy, if I'm honest, from a lot of the players that, how come she gets all the fans? How come all of the Filipinos turn out with their flags where my countrymen don't? But they do love her, don't they? It's a bit like, I don't know, in England, our kids all play football, especially if they're boys, but all if they're girls now as well, actually. And as a mum, I was always most proud when my boys got Players Player of the Year. That was a really big one for me. It was like the Coaches Player of the Year was nice, was very nice, but the Players Player of the Year was a lovely one to get because they've all voted, all the little ones, they're all sort of 8 years old and they've taken a very serious, important vote on who's the Players Player of the Year. And that was the most proud moment, and that's what you're talking about, isn't it? Who's the player's player? It used to be Jang, now we think it's A.Eala. Guys, it's good Alex is playing doubles today because McNally is a doubles player. Yeah, she is. She does play doubles as well. She is a doubles player. She's playing doubles with, hang on, tennis. I've got a little bit of tennis knowledge for you.
Who do you think? Go on, I'll tell you if you're right. Coco Gauff, yes.
Yay! I'm getting to be a bit tennis knowledgeable, people. It could be dangerous.
Yeah, a lot of sort of swapping around of partners. Normally, going back a couple of years, Coco Gauff would have played with Jessica Pegula, but they seem to have mixed it up a bit. Not because they've fallen out, but I just think they play so sparingly now that it's really has a different value playing doubles. Some of these top players, especially this week. We were talking about that. Alex is playing. Obviously, Venuswilliams is playing a bit of tennis at the moment. Remarkable at 46. She's kind of role modelling a different aspect to a tennis journey, isn't she? She's a legend, and it's great for the crowds in different venues to see Venus Williams, even though it's kind of teetering on a ceremonial sort of role now. But in terms of role models for the younger generation, Alex is learning off Venus Williams, and I was very interested to hear Venus Williams' comments that we've talked about the relationship with Alex and her team, but Venus talking about what it takes to be a top player and the best in the world, which she obviously knows about, and she talked about brutal honesty, and I think it's these kind of the chats, you know, at the changeover events, the chats before the matches, the discussions they have if they have time on a practice court. That's when Alex is learning off Venus Williams. So I think she's just soaking it all up. And it's not just about results. This is not about results. Venus Williams is unlikely to play more than 1 or 2 matches in this current part of her career where she's getting wild cards and she's enjoying tennis from a different sort of position. But I think there's definitely some good learning opportunities which Alex is taking advantage of. And so this is very much a broader benefit to Alex. So we'll talk a little bit about this match. It's actually quite an even matchup because both pairs are fairly new in terms of doubles experience together on court. So Alex and Venus, we know, have played one event together in Germany, what, about 6 weeks ago in Bad Homburg. They actually had the benefit of 2 matches. They beat a pair quite comfortably, and then they lost to the number 2 seeds. But both matches were straight sets. Remember, with doubles, if it is 1 set all, we have a match tie break. We don't have a third and final set like they do in singles. It's a 1st to 10 match tie break. That may happen today. We'll have to wait and see. But they're playing a pair that I thought was possibly first timers, but they've actually played 4 times together before. Kato and Samsonova, and a lot of you will be familiar with Samsonova. She has been a very established singles player for quite a long time. She's actually 28, coming up 28. She'll be 28 this year in November. Her partner, Kato from Japan, is the second oldest on court. She's actually 31 years of age. She'll be 32 this year. But they've actually played 4 times together before. They played all 4 matches this year in various tournaments. Linz, they played together on clay, and they won a match there before losing to Castella and Zhang. We're just talking about Shuai Zhang. And then they've subsequently played in Madrid a few weeks later at the end of April, and they lost in fact, it was an unfinished match. They had to retire. And then they played in London at the Queen's Club on grass and also lost, but they lost to Dabrowski and Stefanini, who are a top doubles pair. So they will know each other. This is not the first time on court. So they're considered slight favourites, but I think with doubles, anything can happen. And as we've seen, really, this is really whether Venus is feeling it on the day. We've said this, haven't we? Because this is actually the only thing we've got age relevance, recent age experience of mid to late 40s. It's a very different time to be moving around at top level sport. And I did a little bit in China because
oh yes, I've got it.
They didn't seem to take any. They thought I was just forever young, basically. And I took some school kids to an ITF event in Shenzhen where we were, And this is relevant because one of the players, two of the players that were in that event actually have a significant relevance. One, because Jasmine Paolini was there and actually got to the semi-finals, but she didn't win. And at the time, she was ranked about 95 in the world. This is 2019. But when we went on the Wednesday, halfway through the week, they had two players, and one was a Bulgarian, Victoria Tomova. Now, she's actually had a high ranking in the late 40s a couple of years ago. But she's dropped down. She's also now sort of in the last phase of her career. She's over 30. But we went down and the kids had an hour on court with these two professionals, and Tomova was one. And I said, it'd be fun if I could have a hit at the end. So I had about 15 minutes with Tomova and another player. And they were at one end of the court, the two pros, and I was at the other, and they kept swapping over and playing points against me. And it's relevant because Tomova is actually a player that played McNally in Miami last year when Alex had such a great event, getting through to the semi-finals and the big breakthrough, beating Iga Swiatek before losing to Jessica Pegula. But it's relevant because this lady on the left, Victoria Tomova, not a great picture, but she beat McNally, 16, 17 months ago.
Wow.
And so it kind of has a
Dan
little bit
beat
of relevance.
her and she beat McNally. That means
Yeah,
you
so
beat
it's a bit,
McNally.
but when Katie says I beat Tomova, it was points. It wasn't games and sets.
Details, Dan.
But I was about 46 at the time.
I'd take it if I wouldn't say that it was only a few points.
And
I'd say I beat her.
and being 46,
Yeah, you were probably double her age.
you feel it. Basically, you feel your body, you feel everything the next day, and so. Basically, Venuswilliams, in my opinion, at this time of life, her best tennis is her first match in any given week, and so the good news is it's her first match on the doubles court. Someone's going to tell me she lost to Potapova in a minute, but she's had a couple of days, hasn't she? And she'll be ready to go in terms of this doubles, and she can actually contribute a lot of good things on the doubles court. Unfortunately, I'm not sure her reactions, especially around the net, are as quick as you need to be. So we'll see how she goes. But fingers crossed she plays well today for Venus, because I think there are other reasons Alex is playing. I think her team probably thinks she needs some benefit from experience in the night sessions, because she's obviously had one go under the lights against Alicia Parks, but she's scheduled again to play exactly the same time tomorrow. So it'll be the third day running, the last match on centre court, the second match in the evening session. So she's playing sort of 9:30 at night. Allow for 2 hours, potentially 2.5 hours, and you're not finishing till gone 11 p.m. So these are all new experiences for Alex. So having this match today on the doubles court, replicating the same time, same conditions, has a value irrespective of the outcome.
Mr. Realistic is coming up with all sorts of other reasons why she's playing with Venus. The tournament organisers asked Alex for a big favour to bring more viewership to the doubles. Possible. I'm sure her team would probably not have her used for that. And what other reasons did you come up with? There was another one. Perhaps A.Eala Williams partnership is also meant to bolster up A.Eala to the non-Filipino American audience. It's interesting you say that, because I think genuinely she doesn't need any help with that. She does that herself. Is that too bright?
I'm blinded by
I know,
that
I'm
light.
blinded too. If it's okay with you guys, we're just not going to do what all these other YouTubers do, which is, put lights on themselves and all sorts. There you go. You can see us. You don't need to see much of us, do you? No, it's too early in the morning to see the bags under my eyes, honestly. Um, so, how do players choose who they play with in doubles? Now, that's an interesting one. I'm going to tell you what I think because you'll just have a nice giggle whilst I tell you what I think, and then Dan can tell you the real thing. Um, it's often about who's there. It's a little bit random, especially the smaller tournaments. It's sort of who's there at the time when you're going to have that discussion. It's who your mates with. It's who's got the time. It's who's got the inclination. It's not always a very technical tennis thing, especially when it's not the specialist doubles players like somebody like Mertens would be a specialist double player, and she would pick for tennis reasons. Dan, can you check my work? Can you correct my work? What do you reckon?
Well, there's a lot of logic there.
Thank you.
Yeah, there are different categories. If you're a double specialist, then clearly the partnership is very
I
important.
think I said that.
And there will be pairs that are honed and trained together, and they're very much double specialists, and they kind of define themselves because they're just not in the singles draw. And there are examples of those pairs in the draw. I just mentioned Dabrowski. She's playing with Stefanini. Well, Dabrowski never plays singles. Stefanini has, but she's becoming much more of a double specialist. Some are kind of established dual players. We just mentioned Shuai Zhang, Elisa Mertens have excellent careers in both. But you know that they are serious doubles players because they play doubles consistently at every event, and Elisa Mertens would be an example of that. Shuai Zhang would be an example of that. They very much prioritise both, and they manage both in terms of their schedules. And someone like Elisa Mertens has actually reached the WTA finals at the end of the season in doubles, so that happens alongside the singles. It's not as sort of highlighted as so important, but it does happen at the venue in the same way as the singles. And Elisa Mertens has won that with Kudermetova, another player she's now stopped this year for personal reasons. But so that's a separate category, sort of those who do both singles and doubles. And then you've got basically singles players who pick and choose at very sort of random times to play doubles for other reasons. And those other reasons are plentiful, but include extra practice at the venue. It includes occupying themselves in days off without too much wear and tear on the body. It includes just developing social relationships because the tour's a lonely place. And we've heard, obviously, from Alex and some of her friends, the younger generation coming through, how they're trying to develop real friendships because it makes life on tour in terms of mental health, mental well-being, coping with all the demands. It can be very lonely, so they enjoy that side of it. So we've seen Alex play with some of her
When she played
besties,
with her bestie
Sommes and Jovic. So
I
I think
enjoyed
that
that.
will continue. Clearly Venus is not going to be playing, he says, next year or the year after, certainly not in 2 or 3 years' time. This is very much, I think, possibly
Who won't be?
Venuswilliams. I don't think this role of getting wildcards is going to continue into next year and beyond, personally. So I think Alex will be in that third category, and I think she will continue to play doubles, but from very much a sort of certainly nowhere near week in, week out. It will be very sparing, and it will be benefits to help her singles game, and that includes all the things I've just said about the mental side and just feeling relaxed. But yes, how the partnerships come together is just like anyone in the club situation. I might say to Katie, would you like to play mixed doubles next week?
No, thanks.
Okay. Because
I need some sleep.
because we know we're going to the same event. and it's very much in the gym, in the changing room, in the players' room, and they just get chatting and they say, "Yeah, we'll have a go."
Actually, I would play. I would play with you because I would be too jealous of anyone else playing with you. I would just be.
But lots of you are right. I've got to be conscious of them coming out onto court, haven't I? But they
We are here for Alex.
they are appearing.
Are they?
It's
Hello, Hugo. Cool Friday here at Das Marinas. Cavite. Savite? What if you are played with someone you don't like? Well, it's not like that, MJ Avins Perez. You don't get played. Your team choose. You and your team make a decision. They wouldn't just pair you up. It's not like being at school being picked for the netball team. It's not like that.
and they get in on ranking. So there's a
Oh, is this live?
yeah, they're on court.
They're on court.
They're warming up.
Come on.
Yeah, they're getting on combined ranking, and it's why Alex's doubles ranking is actually outside the top 100. We do have a little graphic somewhere, I think.
Which one would you like?
Just did you put up the four of them?
Did you send it to me recently?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going back to the. Don't worry, guys. I'll be.
Yeah. So there you go. You'll see it in a minute. Alex is 131 in the world, her doubles ranking, and Venus is 106. So their ranking as a combined ranking puts them way out, getting in automatically, and that's why they've had a wild card. And events do that. They have one or two wild card spots in the doubles draw, many more wild cards in the singles draw, and there you can see the rankings.
Not yet. They can't see it yet. We
coming
can
up
see
imminently, and so the opponents got
Drum
in.
roll.
The opponents got in because their doubles rankings are in the 40s. Kato 45, Samsonova 47. So they have got in automatically, partly because a lot of the doubles draws are smaller, but this being a big event, a bit like a Grand Slam, there's a bigger draw, and so they get in. I think there's 64 pairs in the draw, so they get in on their doubles ranking directly. So yeah, it follows exactly the same kind of format as singles. The ranking does matter, but Alex will always get a wild card now, won't she? So because, as you said, the commercial value of having Alex on court another match is clearly relevant. Right, here we go then. Sorry, we need to get we've been Alex and Venus serving first.
Right, I'll get rid of that so they can see you.
And
Venus has served. Ooh.
Venus taking the lead. She's serving first, and Alex sending a. Have I got the?
I'll send it over now.
Sending her first volley wide. So first point to Samsonova and Kato. I've got it now. Oh. Good first serve from Venus. She goes down the line, and Kato, who's playing on the right, finds a good volley. Love 30. So, yes, from what I've seen, Kato and Samsonova, by virtue of their doubles ranking and by virtue of having played 4 times together, a bit more experienced in terms of doubles, are the slight favourites, sort of 60-40. But depending on Venus, I think this will either be close or might be a comfortable victory for the more experienced pair. But I think we're all aware that actually we don't want Alex playing 3-4 doubles matches at this event.
Channel prayer for injury-free tennis. I think especially with somebody, speaking as somebody who's over 45 herself, especially with somebody who's older on the court, I think it does. That will mean a lot. We always do our channel prayer, and I think that will be an important one today, and a victory for Alex, which is always the little sneaky end to our serious injury-free tennis prayer.
Venus just getting her serving arm going. She's had a double fault in these 3 points so far, and they're still looking to win their first point, and they've just won their first point. So
you're right. Hugo's saying Alex is loved by tennis legends. Venus is a validation for this. Even Martina Navratilova is rooting for Alex. Well, I think they can all see that probably, from what I'm looking at, Southeast Asian tennis is where the growth is in women's tennis. And women's tennis is where the growth is in... Oh, that's a great shot. Women's tennis is where the growth is in tennis. And Southeast Asian tennis is where the growth is in women's tennis. And Alex is where the growth is in Southeast Asian tennis. So yes, who wouldn't want to play with Alex? And she's an absolute delight. She's our Catty Punera.
I suppose, unfortunately, Venus got broken in that first game. The other point to mention is for the doubles players, these big events, Kato. This is a big event on the calendar. There's more prize money. And so if you're not playing any singles, then this is a very serious match for Kato in particular, because she needs to make her money at these big events. This is when winning 1 or 2 matches means a lot in terms of funding her travel and her expenses in particular across the whole year. So it's not cheap, and doubles players do not earn anywhere near as much as singles players. So that's the last point on that. So, right, concentrate on the tennis. So it's Samsonova serving. Alex, interesting, playing on the left. So she is returning from the ad court, and this is a good response, having lost Venus's serve. Alex makes her return, and Venus alert at the net to intercept on the backhand volley side. That's a good point from Venus there to intercept, and it's love 30. So yes, someone will tell me, but I think they've swapped sides in terms of the return.
Is Venus the tallest woman on the court? I could go back to my picture actually, couldn't I, and have a look. Is that height? Is height one of them? Height?
Yeah, but they haven't got the height.
They haven't written the height
for those two. But yeah, she's taller than Samsonova. We know Alex is 175. So yes, Kato's clearly shorter than that.
Yeah, so she is the tallest woman. Oh, I'm glad to be of use in terms of technical things. You've got a bit of a cough. Are you okay?
I just need
hay fever tablets. We're going to nip out and buy some tomorrow.
Some in the back of my throat. Right, 15:30. Samsonova to Alex. Second serve. Alex on the backhand side goes down the line, but just long. 13.
I love that the others, the 3 of them are all in white, but Alex has got her cute pink and aubergine. I'm calling it aubergine. I think there's another word that you guys are calling it. Outfit on. So she's looking like she looks like the bride with the 3 bridesmaids in terms of like style. Oh.
Lots of hand signalling from the net player to the server.
I'm never very keen on the Japanese fashion in the tennis players. I think in real life, Japanese fashion is lovely.
And Venus sends a backhand long. So the communication between the net player and the server at doubles, because you're obviously a team on court, is all about really communicating whether you're going to cross at the net, whether as the volleyer you're going to go and try and intercept the return at the net with a volley, and you're kind of communicating which side you want the server to serve to, and that's all important.
Ooh.
And you see there the benefit of intercepting at the net. Kato, very alert, does go to intercept Alex's return, although they got it back. She was there again, alert to do the second volley, and this time put it past Venus. So that's classic doubles play. A lot of the time in the modern doubles game, both players are not side by side at the net. There's a lot more where the points see one player forward, one player at back. Now it's Alex's turn to serve.
Angeli is
Good first point, good first serve, trying to get on the scoreboard here and win their first game. And with Alex serving, that's very possible.
Angeli is saying that the crowd is less rowdy, as other haters say, than tonight, but almost full stadium attendance. I really loved the rowdy, I have to say.
Did it remind you of you?
No, it was so joyous. I mean, I'm not impressed if people are shouting but during tennis, during the play. That's because that's not very fair for the players. But
Okay, Alex taking on Samsonova cross court, and then she goes down the line. Great shot, best point of the match, and it's no surprise it was Alex Eala's shots there that demonstrate how well she's hitting the ball from the back of the court. Forehand down the line, right on the line. In the doubles court is the widest court. The tram lines are part of the court at doubles, unlike singles.
oh yes, worth saying that for the tennis newbies.
And she found the outer line, which is in doubles. 30 love, second serve now. She's serving to Kato. Kato tries to run round and play a forehand. Alex goes back to her on the forehand side.
Ooh.
Now they're attacking Venus, but Alex gets the ball despite catching the line, and then just squeeze for space as she tries to go onto that outer line again and just misses. 30-15.
You've got to admire Venus, honestly. It's very brave of her. Alex Eala is one Filipino male junior player.
Alex first serve, right on the line. Now she goes back to Samsonova, diagonally cross court. Now she goes over the head of Kato, right on the baseline. Back over Venus's head. Now Alex has got a forehand, goes cross court. Samsonova and Kato switch sides. And it's a mistake from Samsonova. And here Alex has 2 points to hold serve and get their first game on the board.
And Igor channel has just said to us that with Alex rising in popularity, there's one Filipino male junior player they hope can make it pro soon. Well, that will be exciting. I bet Diane Costilleo is on that, because I love watching her channel. I love how she shows us all the new Filipino people coming through, whether it's tennis or other sports. I think she's a great advocate.
Second serve. Deep, good. Alex goes cross court. Kato goes to her backhand side. Alex goes back to Kato.
Ooh, lovely Venus!
Venus puts
well
the
played.
volley away, and as I hoped and kind of expected, it was Alex much more secure on serve than Venus was in her first service game. And really, she's so solid now at the back of the court. So managing to really dictate the points from her side of the net and allowing Venus at the net to get some higher volleys that she could put away. And that comes from putting pressure on the opponents because of the depth that they're having to deal with. It's much easier to hit a forehand or backhand from mid-court than it is from near the baseline, and that's why the net player in doubles has much more opportunity to be proactive and intercept going left or right to cut out the opponent's ground stroke and put it away. It's much easier to put the volley away than a ground stroke because you can create the short, acute angles and volley the ball away, and the opponents cannot get anywhere near it.
Not much chit chat between them, but it doesn't look. Oh, there's a bit though. I thought the first match they played together, it was absolutely beautiful combination. The way they reacted with each other was lovely. Second one, I was really quite distraught. I thought that there was something cold between them. But here there seems to be something in the middle. Now they're showing the crowds. Everyone in the chat is saying that it's getting louder. And I think as long as that's not during the points, I think that's great for tennis.
Okay, last player to have their first serve is the Japanese player Kato. It's a very popular name in Japan. If you actually search Kato, there's about 10 tennis players come up who are all with the same surname. So it's obviously like Smith in England.
There was a sitcom when we were kids. So Kato was the who was that? Was that? I'll remember. I'll remember shortly, or someone will tell me.
There's another example of how that's the shot, even at 46, that is possibly the most comfortable, especially when it's at that height. And that's the third backhand volley that Venus has comfortably put away. So 15 all. This is probably the serve that Venus and Alex can attack of the two players. Partly because she's clearly the shortest by some distance, and partly because actually Samsonova's actually got a very good serve, and so I suspect this is a game that Alex and Venus can possibly break to get back in on level terms at 2 games all. Second serve, Alex moves forward, way forward. She's about 3, 4, 5 yards in. Ooh, the baseline, but when she actually attacks the forehand, it's gone long. Too much power on that forehand. 40-15.
Yes, you remember that sitcom. It was Bruce Lee as Kato. Thank you. I knew one of you would tell me. It was a comedy, wasn't it? It was a funny little guy called Kato.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a surname. Her first name is Miyu. Miyu. It's a bit like Pikachu. Miyu. It's a bit like it rhymes with. But Venus nets, and we're at 3 games to 1, and it's 4 games have gone. Everyone's had one serve, and we go round in the same rotation. It'll be Venus to serve, then Samsonova, then Alex, and then Kato, and we will keep going round in rotation in that
You're
cycle.
good at picking up those interesting little things like
But in
that.
doubles, at the beginning of the second set, if you want, you can change the order. So there is an opportunity to swap the order at the start of a new set. And the same actually applies to the side that you're standing on. So a new set is considered, it's a bit like a start of a new match. So if Venus and Alex wanted to swap sides, they could as well on return, but I doubt they will.
So Mama Josie is asking about the rankings, Venus and Alex. I'm going to answer that because I feel quite confident in this. Yes, Alex will have a much higher ranking than Venus right now because the ranking points only hold for 52 weeks, and therefore Venus's ranking points will be, I'm going to say, almost non-existent, and Alex obviously up, rocket style. So Dan will tell me if I'm talking tosh, but yes, she'll be way ahead of Venus in terms of ranking points. Obviously, in terms of championships won and Grand Slams and such like, then there's a history there. Kato is the sidekick of the Green Hornet, I think. Yeah, there was something. It's going Saturday evening TV.
Looks
Is
good for
happening
Venus
me.
to hold her second service game, 40-15 up. Return to Alex at the net, and she put the volley awkwardly for her
Green
opponents who
Hornet.
netted. And so this will help Venus settle.
Alex said to Venus, "Mother, I also got the championship like you at last." Venus responded, "Go for more, daughter." Aw, so sweet. That's what Alfred Einstein is telling us, and we all know he's always right.
Yeah, I mean, Venus doesn't really have a ranking. She does, you'll find her listed, but she's not actually playing on ranking now at singles. She only plays because she gets wild cards. Her ranking is way down. I am pretty sure she's lost her last 10 matches on the singles court. So yeah, the reason she's able to play is purely on wild cards.
They're calling him. That's a great one, Victoria Lentoya. It's the Parship name is Velex.
Uh-huh.
Let's go, Velex. Laban Velex. I like it. Yes, that one will stick.
I suppose we have to mention that this partnership between the Japanese player and the Russian player is possibly also partly because, whether you like it or not, I think the dressing room is probably very split on. And so Samsonova really probably doesn't have a full choice of asking everyone.
I have never seen that before. I think because it's such a rowdy, fun stadium, they've got security guards standing on the corner of each corner of the tennis courts in case there's like a football match, everybody piled in. That is funny. I've never seen anything like it. I think Toronto is very well run. If a little bit worried, over worried, they must. Well, I would imagine that the tennis spectators are there for the tennis. They don't want to rush onto the courts, but it's not cricket. They're not going to have streakers. Do you guys watch cricket? Probably not. Speaking of Diane, I believe she's the first Filipino to have earned the WTA ranking during her tennis days. Yes, I believe that is true, isn't it? And she had 2 other tennis playing sisters.
Samsonova serving now, back off the changeover. 3-2 ahead. Good return from Venus. They both of them at the net, Alex and Venus, but they're Samsonova, powerful forehand to Venus, low on the backhand side at the net, and Venus's backhand volley was a bit late. She was a bit late on that volley, and that's why it went outside the tram lines. But it was a powerful forehand. 15 love now, Samsonova to Alex.
Fred, who is ringing in from Swindon, our train went through Swindon today, saying Alex is the rising superstar, so good to play with the great superstar of sport. So hope Alex Venus tandem will continue to reach the heights of a successful WTA doubles. Well,
she's really seeing the ball well.
Velex.
I mean, she took that second serve of Samsonova's. She was almost on the service line by the time she finished her return, and that allowed all her momentum to take her forward to the net. And Samsonova couldn't deal with it, but Venus's next return, too close to the net player, and we're at 30-15, and the doubles format is quick. There's no messing about. We've only been going not quite, 20 minutes, and we're racing through the games. Good point again, the Japanese player showing her net skills, first with a volley and then a smash.
Leo the baker is in, but not necessarily turn the oven on today. Nice that a baker can have a relaxation during breakfast. Usually they work very hard early mornings.
Could we have some nice fresh bread?
In fact, could you just make us a bagel for breakfast for a couple of hours' time, please, Leo? Send it over.
Yeah, we ate our mango and peach pies.
They were so good.
We haven't got. We should have bought some more.
We should have. I'm in London again next week, I will go and pop up to Leicester Square and pick up some. I will not be getting takeaway hot dogs. Like somebody said to me, get takeaway hot dogs. They're lovely. The only thing I really did not like was those hot dogs. Ugh. But then I don't like hot dogs anyway, so that's not the fault of Jollibees. But those mango and peach pies were divine.
Right, half a chance here on Samsonova's serve. It's actually now 40-30, and it's a second serve, and it's Alex returning. So this could be the first juice game, and that means a sudden death point. So second serve,
Laban Velex.
Oh, just gone long. And that's a game to Samsonova. We didn't get to deuce. And Kato, they lead 4 games to 2. I'm saying a sudden death point until we actually witness it. And that's been the format. Whether these 1000 events do the same, we're going to find
You should
out.
explain to them the difference
But
and what happens
yeah, there's
because
a few differences in doubles. Partly because they were trying to engage the fan base and sustain interest in doubles, so they've tried to make it a bit quicker and a bit more exciting. And so at singles we have obviously deuce advantage, and if a player doesn't win 2 points in a row from deuce, it can go on for a long time. Oh, great shot, Alex! Cross court backhand winner, first point of her service game. Whereas a few years ago, they brought in sudden death deuces in doubles to prevent long drawn out games. So when it gets to deuce, there's only one more point. Whoever wins it wins the game. And that's actually brought a bit more drama to a lot of the events. But it's not the case in Grand Slams. So I just hesitated. I'm saying it confidently because I'm expecting it to be sudden death.
we'll forgive you if it's not.
But we don't watch a lot of doubles. It's only really because Alex is playing that we're
Nice
watching
angle there, Venus.
the doubles. So this is the first 1000 event on the doubles court that Alex has played.
Lovely. I like that shot. Alex needs to conserve her energy. I pray for her energy conservation. Yes, we pray for injury-free tennis for everyone. Obviously, at the moment, particularly Venus, I'd say, and for Alex to gain from this in terms of fun, relaxation, enjoyment with Venus, getting some more practice on court. Dan was saying to me earlier before we came on, it's good for her to practice underneath the lights because as we saw yesterday when she first turned up, I thought, gosh, I'm not actually sure I've seen her under lights before. Usually she's playing in the daytime. Erica, if I'm inspired, I might actually create a bagel inspired by Alex Eala. Oh, that would be very cool. I know you do bake a little. Oh, Erica, Island girl. Is there nothing you don't have the talent for? This is wonderful. I always wish you could post photographs on here because then I'd be able to see pictures of you guys and know what you look like. Oh, there's Joanne Bosch. He looks like he's sitting in the crowd again, just like anonymously, like MI5. He'll go and sit in his player box soon.
They showed him because Alex had a double fault, but she was 40 love up. She's 40-15. Now she's going down the line to Samsonova's backhand to backhand, both down the line, and they're just having a down the line contest. Obviously,
Alex wins it. Of course she does.
It's Samsonova who breaks down, and if you wanted to know who had the best backhand out of those two, we've just seen Alex win that one with the Russian Samsonova, who had a terrible first 5 or 6 months this year, struggled for match wins. She's got a little bit better, but she had a terrible run at the start of 2026, and she was really struggling for match wins. She has been as high as number 12 in the world, but she's dropped down because of her poor year to 55 currently coming into this week. But yeah, she lost first round of Doha, first round of Dubai, first round of Indian Wells, first round in Miami, first round in Linz. She couldn't buy a win. There was a run of 5 or 6 tournaments. She lost first round every match, and she's got a little bit better. At Wimbledon, she won 2 matches. At Washington, she won 2 matches, and she's still in the singles, having beaten Krejcikova and Janice Chen so far. So her singles game is definitely on the up again.
A little prayer for a bounce back for Team Velex. And interesting fun fact here from Ricky Tech is saying that did we know, I did not know this, that Alex Eala used to play the violin. Well, I hope she still does because very often you find these talented people are multi-talented. They can, yes, she's playing tennis, but it was probably a near miss. She'd be a doctor, or she'd be as you say, a violinist, or she's just talented because they know how to learn quickly. They learn quickly there, and they're talented people, and often with a very good education. And her parents are so sensible; they will have given her an all-round education. Look at that.
Well
Great
done.
cross court.
Right, this is the game. In terms of this first set, it's getting closer now to the business end. Who's going to actually win it? And after just a solitary break, we're here at 4-3. Kato serving. This is the weaker serve, in my opinion, from that team who are at the far end. And Alex has just won the first point with a forehand volley winner. Now it's a second serve. Alex can make this. Love 30. She goes cross court with a forehand return. Kato goes back to Alex's forehand. Alex pushing Kato deep behind the baseline. Venus intercepts the volley. Now, and that's the second point. And this is their chance. Love 30.
Come on, Velex. Laban.
This is a chance in the context of this first set. They really have to win this game to get back in it. And they have a real chance now at love 30. Venus will be eyeing up this serve. First serve is good. Venus goes cross court with a forehand. Alex intercepts.
Oh, come on, Velex.
And you can sense these two are sniffing a break. And they've got 3 break points.
Oh, love her. Don't you just love her when she gets excited? Oh, I just love her. She's enjoying herself. She's playing freely in her age.
Very alert at the net. Love 40. And more.
One into the net.
Very
Second
convinced
serve.
that they've discussed playing on the right and left. And Alex now playing today on the left means she's going to get more of the big points, which is interesting
that was a good interception.
tactically from these two. Because by being on the left, she gets the love 40 break point, and she'll also get the 30-40 break point. So she'll get 2 out of the 3 break points if these next 3 points are actually played out. But we hope Venus...
Little prayer, please.
Venus can win this break point at 15-40. She goes down the middle. Kato has pulled it wide, and they have got the break back.
Come on, Velex! Laban lang!
We're 4-all. We're back on level terms. Everyone has had 2 goes on serve, and both teams have broken once. And now this first set is anyone's, very much a fine tightrope. Which team can win this first set? Alex and Venus serving first in this set means they can go ahead here if Venus can hold her serve at 4-all. Second serve, first point. Oh, the second serve was good, but Alex's volley caught the top of the net, and it seemed to deflect it further right out beyond the tram line. So, love 15, we could do with some first serves, Venus, please. She finds one, and that's good enough to win the second point.
Come on, we're going to get this, Velex. We need a great hashtag for the pair. I think it's hashtag Velex. Although, do you think maybe that exists already? We could take it over. We're bigger than whoever has it.
Oh, that's a better volley from Alex. Now she'll put away the smash.
Woo!
Good attempt to get that back, but it's
out.
out.
Bless her. She comes over to Venus like, hey, Mommy, I did it. I don't know. It wasn't quite like that, was it? Because she's actually...
Yeah, it was a valiant effort, but the attempt to try and get that smash actually went high up into the crowd. And they always like someone catching those.
Those are fun. You did that at Wimbledon once, didn't you? That was fun.
Yeah, because but I dropped it.
Did you? In my see, my memory he's such a hero for me.
It
My memory
really
says you
wasn't a
caught it.
straightforward. It wasn't a straightforward catch. It was a complete sort of diving catch. So I didn't want to risk my life for the catch. Alex looking to close out the point, but they've done well to get those volleys back. It's across court now to Venus.
Oh, Kato has just got that experience, but they really are
30
fighting
all,
for this, aren't
biggest
they?
point of the first set. Lots of interchanges there. But Kato's probably her best part of her game, watching this Japanese player for the first time, is her reactions around the net. So 30 all. Venus serving to Kato. First serve goes long. She wipes her hand. Second serve. And I think you can tell from my reaction that second serve has just gone wide. And so we'll be hoping Venus can serve her way out of trouble, because just at the wrong time, that double fault. 30-40. Now serving to Samsonova. That's a better... No, it isn't. Just gone long. That first serve. Under pressure. Well over 100 miles an hour,
Venus.
but she's not quite getting it in the box. Second serve is good, though. Samsonova goes back to... Venus goes cross court. Now she'll look to go back to Samsonova's backhand. Both players going backhand to backhand. Alex at the net looking for the interception.
Ouch! Was it out?
Back to Juice. Samsonova's pulled it wide, and it is a deciding point. Just as I thought. So this is game point, break point, all at the same time.
I just saw a big grin on Venus's face.
So
they're having fun.
The receivers, the returners get to choose which side the server has to serve. They've chosen Samsonova, and so Venus thinking it's Juice in a traditional sense, but she's now realised, and she's got to serve back to Samsonova. Alex saying, what's she going to do? Is she going to intercept or cross at the net?
Sweet.
Key point. Who's going to win this point? Who's going to get to 5-4 first? Who's going to get to 5 first and lead 5-4 is what I was trying to say. Second serve. Just over. Venus going cross court. Samsonova the same point, really.
Oh, Kato is really hot, isn't she?
And
she's hot at that net.
Intercepts the backhand from Venus, and the volley flashes past Alex's. Past Alex, and it's the Japanese and Russian pair that have got the second break, and they lead 5-4.
Jerry is saying, notice how Toronto seems to be temporarily a Filipino province, having to serve chicken adobo, and now they've added lumpia to it. It's beginning to morph into Filipino fiesta. You know, if I think about which tournaments I would like us to go to next year, I mean, obviously, we haven't been through the US Open together, but at the moment, this is the one I would like to go to, because I would prefer to go to Canada than America. And
you've got a chance of getting a seat. Look at how many seats there are. It's sort of 2 tiers. They've got several high...
it's a big stadium, isn't it?
Higher seating areas. They've got a big screen. So
can you explain, darling, about the advantage, about the quick advantage, because they're talking a sudden death juice, please.
Yeah, so it's very different to singles. So if we get to juice in singles, which in effect numerically is 3 points each. So you need 4 games. You need 4 points to win a game. But if it gets to juice, it's in effect 3 points each team. In singles, you then have to go through a sequence of advantage juice, and you only win the game if you win 2 points in succession at singles from juice. So you go advantage and then game if you win those 2 points in a row. Whereas at doubles, they brought in this deciding point, sudden death point. So both teams whoever wins the point, both teams win the game, assuming they win that sudden death point. And it means that the maximum number of points you have in any game at doubles now is 7 points. So it keeps the matches shorter because it puts a limit on how many points will be played. And if you have a very long deuce game, those games can last 15 minutes, even longer. And in singles, that's absolutely fine because it builds dramatic effect, builds tension, and really the interest, whether you like it or not, is in singles. It's just a dominant format. I know there's lots of doubles players out there that would love playing doubles, and it is a fun format to play. But in terms of spectators and viewing figures, it's a poor relation, and that's nothing any of us can do about that. That's just the choice of the general public. So they're trying to generate more interest in doubles by making the format a bit more exciting to the fan, whether they think that or not. I think they're trying lots of different things at the moment, aren't they? They're trying to encourage singles players to play more doubles. So that's probably happening behind the scenes, conversations with the singles players like Alex to play. That's why Venus and Alex have been given a wild card. There's so many things in terms of the commercial value.
Emil Damien from New Zealand is giving us fun fact. The centre court, stadium court at Sobeys Stadium in Toronto, which hosts the National Bank Open, has a seating capacity of 12,500 spectators. That is big. That is very big for tennis.
Set points, though, on Samsonova's serve. She has 40-15, goes cross court. Venus has got a chance to get to that ball. She does. Both players at the net. Venus with a backhand volley. No, slight confusion there. And the set has gone to Samsonova and Kato, and it was really decided by those last two games, just when we thought Alex and Venus were getting back into the first set. Kato and Samsonova pulled away in those last two games, and we saw there a little bit in that last point of indecision at the net from Venus. But the wider benefit really for today's match is, of course, McNally tomorrow will come to the net. So there's certain patterns of play in this doubles match which has a bit more meaning, because McNally will play at the net. So Alex is playing some shots today that she will play tomorrow. Not a lot of them, because she's not hitting the ball all the time as in a doubles pair. Venus is playing a lot of shots, but just the interaction between the opponents being at the net and Alex, sometimes at the back of the court, sometimes at the net herself. Some of these patterns of play will be much more apparent in the singles with McNally tomorrow than many other opponents on the singles court.
I was wondering, can you still do your live watch along if you're watching live on the court? It would be too noisy, wouldn't it? And when we were at Wimbledon, we went to Wimbledon. I don't know if you were there, Mr. Realistic. We were at Wimbledon the first round. Well, we were there for the first week, but the first round we were on court, front row, and we weren't allowed to. We felt that actually for you guys, we gave you some content because we were right there doing lives, but we were only doing lives when they weren't playing, because there are kind of rules around what you can film. You can't film live tennis, especially put it on YouTube. We would have got in trouble. So the Zaragoza match, that's absolutely right, Lulu. Thank you. So yes, we would not be able to do it the same as we do here. In fact, the second match at Wimbledon, we left Wimbledon to do it live, didn't we? We were there, and then we said, you know what, we're going to give you better coverage by not being there. So we left. Just teasing. he's just teasing. Somebody else was saying, Grabbe after chicken adobo lumpia is added at the BNO food court. Impressive. It is impressive. I like how flexible they are. By the way, whilst we're just chatting, chuck us a sub if you're here for newbie. We love that you're in the room. It's ding dongs time. If I'm really honest, guys, it's 2:45 in the morning. I'm gonna get the ding dongs. Will you forgive me if I don't eat them? Will you eat them for me, please? I just need a cup of tea. Okay, I'm going to go and get the ding dongs. Oh, where are they?
And this is the start of the second set. And as they did before, Venus has said, I'm going to serve first. Now, who am I to question Venuswilliams? But only one player lost their serve in the first set, and it wasn't Alex, it was Venus. So for me, Alex should be serving first in this second set based on form and based on the first set outcomes. But Venus obviously likes serving, and now she's got her shoulder and her arm working. She's obviously feeling a bit better about her serve, so she's saying, now I want to serve first. But that's not great. That's a double fault, and we've got 2 break points. And this is why we have to see this match very much in the fun category.
I've got the ding dongs, guys.
Rather than take it too seriously, because there's no way Alex should be not serving from that end. And there, as if to prove my point, Venus has lost her serve for the 3rd time. But that's not why they're playing today. It's not about the victory. There's other value for Alex playing with Venus today, and it's not about going deep in this doubles draw.
Do you want a hot drink, darling?
Yes, please. There we go. Thank you. So this match is getting away from Alex and Venus.
YouTube producer, tea maker.
Samsonova doing exactly the same. She's serving first again for their pair. But that makes a lot more sense because she is the better server. And I'm sorry to say it's absolutely normal. It's getting harder and harder for Venus to compete meaningfully, partly because she's just not playing week in, week out. So for most of this match, she's basically trying to get up to speed with the competitive conditions. Great second point. Alex going cross court with Samsonova. A real slugfest here. Alex goes down the line, but Kato, good volley, cuts out the down the line forehand. And a big grin comes across her face. 30-love. Another good point, though. There was an interchange there between Samsonova and Alex cross court. Both booming forehands and backhands across court. And then Alex tries to go down the line, but Kato read it. And Alex trying her hardest to win a point for her team. But they're already a breakdown in this second set. Samsonova 30-love up. She's now serving to Venus on the forehand wing. Venus takes it on her backhand. Alex with a backhand volley. Kato's volley's gone out. So yes, at doubles you're getting a lot more volleying practice. I would think Alex will be brought into the net tomorrow against McNally. She likes to play backhand slice drop shots. She sometimes chips and charges. There'll be times when both McNally and Alex are at the net tomorrow. So good for her to be getting some time on court in this format with McNally, her opponent in the singles. But nothing wrong with Alex's game, and backhand return winner down the line. Just seeing a ladies banner. Ace, repeat, believe.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Sealdown, say it how it is. He says Venus is old. That's why I prefer Alex to play with her peers and same age group. To be brutally honest, Mr. Sealdown Poe, I agree. My favourite was when she played with Sonmez, because their chemistry was just perfect. But I can see why she's playing with Venus, and I also totally trust her team. And so,
yeah, there's a resigned look on Venus's face there. She just missed a very straightforward volley, and it's 40-30 to the server. But it's not a prediction at all. I think Venus and possibly Serena. We don't know if she's going to play the US Open, but I think the US Open will be either Venus's and or, well, less so Serena, but definitely Venus's last tour event in her career. I think this is very much her swan song, and the US Open will be her last event. I cannot see Venus playing another event after the US Open, but I'm sure you'll hold me to that if she does.
Thank you, Justin Sis, sending jewels over. That's very kind.
And they do hold serve, and now let's see how much longer this match lasts, because it's running away from Alex and Venus. They look good when they got back to 4 games all, but they've lost 4 games in a row. Partly because of 2 of the service games were Venus. Now it's Alex serving, and I suspect that was a mistake, really. Venus serving a game first in this second set.
What was Navratilova's age when she stopped playing mixed doubles?
Oh, she went on for a lot longer. Partly because there's seniors at some of the big events, Grand Slams. You don't really hear much about it, but they call them various things like invitational doubles events, senior doubles. But Martina Navratilova went on for a long time, but she benefited from playing all the time. And it was a different era, so they didn't have the same commercial distractions off court. They do so many things now, don't they, in terms of
Marcos. Do we do this?
What they do for brands and what they're asked to do. I mean, I don't know Venus's world, but she will do lots of things from
a change event.
Being asked to do a speaker role. She'll be asked to do lots of things around the tennis world, and I just think there just isn't enough time for her to dedicate to playing tennis.
Emil Damien says, as long as she's getting wild cards, Venus will live forever, play forever. I think there's probably truth in that as well, because hey, why wouldn't you? Why would you choose to stop?
I don't know what that volley was. I'm sorry.
It's okay, darling. You didn't do it yourself.
Alex is now facing a break point, and this is the difficulty with getting it right in terms of timing. I think Venus playing once or twice was absolutely fine, but eventually it just becomes a bit difficult to watch when you're off the pace.
Drylim is saying that this is really more of a coaching moment for Alex and getting the most wisdom from Venus. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Especially when they have to practice together. She can learn from her there. Please subscribe, guys. There's 600 and something of you in the room, and we know from the stats that only a third of you are subscribed. And so please subscribe, because then you can get your notifications and all of that, and the posts that we have, because we will keep you up to date with all of the singles as well.
Right, our second juice point of the match, and it's a deciding point. Whoever wins this point, and Kato wins the point, and they are running away with this match. It's 6-4-3 love, and I think the end is close But yes, you're absolutely right. It's very much a coaching, learning opportunity. I'd be very surprised if they play a game together, but that's more to do with I think Venus's time has actually come. I think she's starting to recognise it herself and admit the inevitable, and that's the right thing to do. But now they've sat down at the changeover of ends. Katie has asked me a question about Martina Navratilova. When was the last time she played?
Erica Reilinger was asking, really.
She played in 2006. That was the last time she played, 20 years ago, and she's currently 69. So she virtually played till she was 50. But I suspect she played at the US Open, yes, September 2006, and Navratilova was still playing doubles to the standard that she got to the quarterfinals of the US Open. And in this very event, stand by your beds. I mean, I've got this in front of me, so this isn't from memory. But the 21st of August 2006, Navratilova won the doubles at this event.
At Toronto?
Well, it was actually at Montreal because they have a split site, but she won this event 20 years ago in the doubles. Well, thank you for the question, because we wouldn't have looked that up.
Erica Reilinger probably knew the answer when she asked for that question, because she is one of the chalk dusters who is very knowledgeable about tennis.
So we have to take it back a little bit. It is very possible that Venus could go on a bit longer, so she probably will prove me wrong.
Well,
but I don't think she'll play again after the US Open. I'm not sure it's going to be possible for her, because she's not playing week in, week out. If you look up Navratilova, in her 49th year on the planet, she was playing week in, week out, and they were winning lots of doubles matches. And it's a big difference from just turning out and playing one match and then 3 weeks later another match.
Mr. Rainier Poe is asking, what time is Alex's match tomorrow? I have just said to him that Dan thinks that it will be about the same time, maybe a smidgy bit later. So that will be our third team Puyat.
It's exactly the same scheduling for 3 days in a row from Alex's point of view. So she's expected on court the same time as this match and yesterday's singles against Parks. But the reality is, I think it'll be a bit later, because Goff is playing Sakari, the first match on at 7 p.m. Toronto time, 7 a.m. Filipino time, and Alex follows that match. And I would be surprised if Alex is on before 9 p.m. in Toronto, so 9 a.m. That is my guesstimate, because I'm not sure Goff is playing brilliantly, and Sakari is playing a lot better. She did well, got to the finals in Athens recently, so that's a potential 3-set match in my opinion. So I think it will be nearer 9 to 9:15 p.m. when Alex.
So 2 to 2:15 a.m. for those of you in the UK.
But we will obviously start before that.
Half an hour before. Alfred Einstein, we don't expect too much for the win. If 1 against 2 wins, it's a bit flattery for their opponent. They will ask Alex a question for her alien father, Superman. That Alex is really an alien. That's funny. And Fred in Swindon is saying the WTA organisers will surely always want the Velex in their tournaments, as very much both having a great impact on tennis popularity. Well, that's true as well, isn't it? But the
great point from Alex there, getting the 6th point of the game, getting this game back to juice.
Sudden death juice,
you were
remember?
talking about 2 versus 1. That point was very much the one winning the battle. And Alex came forward and put the volley
Oh,
in the
Kato skidding.
perfect spot, and Kato couldn't get to it. So this is a deciding point, but Venus is just hogging every opportunity, the shots for the practice, because it's certainly not the right decision in terms of winning the points. And I mean, eventually Alex is going to not in front of Venus, but with Joanne Bosch and her team, is going to make some sensible decisions about the value of this.
Well, she'll respectfully move on. I think, like Sealdown was saying, to people her own age. But she's learning a lot, I'm sure, in the practicing sessions, probably less so in the actual matches. But as you were saying, she's getting practice under lights and
Yes, I mean, it's a point worth making is that in Washington, of course, between Alex and her team, they actually were able to say no to Venus. That obviously went on in private, and Alex did the right thing. But it shows that she wasn't kind of totally overawed and just kind of, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir, whatever you say. Madam, sorry, not sir. She did what was best for her, and I think we'll see that increasingly. I don't even think Alex will play another doubles event between now and the end of the season. I may be wrong, but I just don't see it. I think if she plays one more, it would be the US Open, but I'm not sure. I think she learned at Wimbledon that there isn't a great benefit to playing doubles. She played with Barton Kova at Wimbledon, and she played so much on grass. She certainly didn't need the time on the grass court, and I just think her days on the doubles court are numbered unless there's a benefit to her singles. Finally, we get a game on the board. Venus holds serve, and that game, partly because the opponents know that they're only a couple of service games from winning this match, are less interested about breaking serve because they don't need to, quite frankly. They're a double break up.
Oh, was Mertens lost? Merit. No merit in doubles now. I thought Sealdown was saying no Mertens in the doubles now.
Yeah, we'll mention the top half. It's the top half of the singles draw that's been playing. Marta Kostyuk's form continues. The number 10 seed really dominating, beating Madison Keys, who's a seed as well, but easily beating Keys today, 6-3, 6-1. That's the headline win, alongside Snyder beating Kalinskaya. The seeds in round 3, if they both have got through, meet in round 3. That's why these are all recognisable names. So Snyder through, she's playing well. Iga Swiatek's come back. She won today. She wasn't playing the seed, she was playing Golubic, but that was another comfortable win for her, and she will play Kostyuk in the 4th round, and that will be a very interesting meeting because Kostyuk's had the better of Iga Swiatek recently. Jessica Pegula won, but she was playing a lower ranked Rakhimova. That was in straight sets, and we saw Sabalenka getting through as well. So the top half is taking shape. It looks like very much it's going to be Sabalenka, Kostyuk, Pegula, Iga Swiatek. They're the kind of names that are vying for a place from the top half to reach the final.
Thank you very much, the new subscribers in the room. It does feel a lot better when we have to get up in the middle of the night to do this. I know that you guys get up in the middle of the night a lot, and so it's only fair that we do the same thing. But it does feel better for getting up in the middle of the night when I see the subscribers going up, because I just like that number going up. I don't know, ask me why. It's just cute and makes it feel like validation, really. And here we are. 4-1. It won't be very long. I agree with Coach Dan, not to have too many doubles for Alex, especially in the Grand Slams. Yeah, but we were just saying she is playing the mixed doubles. She's playing with my lovely Felix. I do like Felix. He is a good, morally strong boy. I like him. And there's also the Fonseca match, the exhibition, which will be great fun. Hello, yes, I from Mindanao. That is in the Philippines, I think. When we go there in January, we will know. Jerry Salazar, oh, you are so validated. Thank you. You are very sweet to us. You are all very, very kind to us. I don't know why there's something in my psyche which just likes the sub number going up. Lulu, 20,000 subs before the US Open. Well, wouldn't that be nice?
15:30. Let's see. Oh, some cats outside our door.
Wow.
Outside. 15:30. Let's see if Alex can get us a breakpoint chance. She's got a chance now to earn 2 break points. Samsonova seems to be taking an age on this second serve. It's probably because Alex is moving further and further into the court. Now she comes to the net, but Samsonova has passed her with a good forehand cross-court winner. Nothing Alex could do about that. 30 all. See if they can get one more game at least. But yeah, the physical demands of doubles are minimal. 1 hour and 3 minutes played. But Alex would have had a more of a workout in terms of a practice session today already. And she does intercept. She's taken the bull by the horns there. Good backhand volley intercepted. The ground stroke. She came across, took out Samsonova's forehand at the net. And now we do have a break point. And it has to be Alex to receive this because it's a traditional point, 30-40. So.
Oh, Emil Damien said Felix is...
Yes.
Felix is withdrawn from the Montreal due to a back injury. Oh, let's pray for him. Oh, let's pray for him. Hope he recovers for the US Open mixed doubles with Alex. I hope he just recovers because I think he's lovely. I'm going to have a little pray for Felix. And for Alex and Velex here on the court in Toronto, which of course is right now, right here.
You can just tell just how they're interacting. We did get a break of serve, which was great, and now Alex can close the gap even more on serve. I can just tell from the interactions that Alex's demeanour around Venus is different to that very first match in Bad Homburg, where it was very much very respectful, waiting to be spoken to.
You don't mean she's being disrespectful. You mean she's eased into it.
Yeah. She's much more an equal on a tennis court basis.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh.
Got that all wrong.
Dad's half asleep, bless him. All right.
I'm trying to give Alex points, I'm afraid, and she hasn't actually won that point, so it's love 30.
Oh, Rose Reyes, thank you so much. It's very sweet. We have Jules.
Bit of a discussion, right, Venus? I'm going to go to the backhand side. I want you to intercept and come across and take the forehand volley and put it away for a winner.
Yes, let's have that. Come on, Velex.
Laban Lang, Velex. Then Alex goes to the backhand. Venus goes across, but the volley didn't come because the opponent read it.
Oh, Venus, bless you. Oh, bless her. She had no need to stick that one into the net.
Standard doubles play. Right, Alex, 4 aces maybe?
You're right. Hirok is saying Venus has got nothing left to prove. She's a legend. I think she just loves the sport too much to walk away.
One first serve in, 3 more to go.
Come on, Velex.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of, while Serena's been away, Venus has had the spotlight again. Remember that big sister Venus dominated the world on the tennis circuit for a few years, and then younger sister Serena came along and kind of took over. And I mean, this is a tiny point, but for me, Venus coming back and playing a bit of singles and having those wildcard opportunities. Her sister was, of course, not playing, so it might have felt like it did all those years ago before Serena actually became a professional and Venus was ahead of her in terms of her journey and winning all those matches. And like everyone, it's nice, especially as you get to midlife, it's nice to have some attention. Katie likes the attention, don't you? I have to treat her like what do we say? What do we say? High maintenance? Can you?
High maintenance, but thinks she's the low maintenance.
Yes,
the worst type.
No, she isn't really. I'm joking.
You'd have to be joking.
I'm just trying to
to lighten the mood as we see Velex going down. Oh dear!
It's nearly all over. The picture is. This picture.
The picture disappears when they've won, though, doesn't it? They can't have done a whole game in 2 seconds.
Sorry, I've lost the picture momentarily, but we'll get it back. Here we go. Right, so Kato serving for the match. They're back from the changeover of ends. And this could be the last game. First serve goes long. Let's see if we get a couple more good shots before we finish at least.
Yeah, we're just having a marketing chat here in the chat.
Second serve is good. Venus cross court. Good deep return, Venus.
Whoa! Well played, Velex. Come on.
Good deep return. Maybe it's we need to just be normal and expect,
as I get louder,
positive things through this game.
It reminds me that we have some new microphones coming tomorrow, which will be less when it gets loud.
Love 15. Kato to Alex. Good first serve, and Samsonova puts away the return because that was an excellent first serve. Pulled Alex wide, and her forehand was high, and Samsonova did the rest. 15 all.
Let's go, Velex, let's go. Boo, boo. Oh, that got past Alex. That was rare.
Yeah. Alex moved a little bit early, trying to go across the court for an expected forehand cross court, but Kato was wise to it, saw her move and went down the line. 30-15, 2 points from victory. And this is potentially, in 30 years' time, Alex will be telling her children and grandchildren, well, her grandchildren.
That will be a very quick generation.
About this. And I like McEnroe's quote recently when he said, "The older I get, the better I was." And so I'm sure when Alex is telling her next generations, her own family, that she'll be describing Venuswilliams very differently to the reality of this match.
I'd like to think that the crowds are still cheering and going crazy, but I've just seen pictures of them looking a little bit... Oh, there you go. There's a possible break on this.
Samsonova nets a volley, and Alex has a chance.
Come on, 1 point. Let's do this. Come on, Velex. WatchAlong. A.Eala. I don't know whether Venus answers to A.Eala, but we know Alex does.
big gaps down the sides here because they're doing the I formation. Will Alex take advantage? She goes straight at the net player, and it goes wide. And
They have it.
the net player didn't move.
Well done. You see, do you think Katy Punera is infectious? Because maybe they could become a pair of Katy Puneras instead of just one of them.
The comeback is on.
Yes, come on, laban lang. Isa
Right.
pa, Venus. You got this.
Good first serve. Alex with a backhand volley. Now Venus with a backhand cross court. Samsonova goes into the net. And we've had a run of points. 3 points in a row. 4 points in a row.
Johnny Mack is a character. Johnny Mack is this man's hero.
Yes, he was. To be honest, the stories about John McEnroe don't need to be exaggerated, really. He was an amazing player. But
he's saying Victor Lentio is saying, you cannot be serious. Well, why do you think we're called chalk dust? That's because of Johnny Mack. You know that story. Anyone seen the pictures of Alex Eala playing the violin? I have not. I'd really like to see that. Bjorn Borg is my all-time favourite. Yes, he was lovely. Well, he is lovely. Calm man. Just like you, really.
well, I've seen Venus better in the previous doubles matches they played. She's struggled at the net in every match they played this year on doubles. But in terms of the game, which should last the longest, her serve has been a bit erratic today. But Samsonova has also gone off the boil here. And so we look like we're going to extend this match a bit longer.
Is it tiebreak after 2 sets, or do they have to play a third?
Well, yes. I mean, the comeback is a lot easier in doubles. So if Alex and Venus won this game 4-5, yeah, in effect, they could win 2 tiebreaks, get this second set to 6-all, win that tiebreak, and then they play a longer tiebreak to win the match. So
there's no third set in the doubles for the tennis newbies.
It's a match tiebreak, and so in real terms, they're a lot closer to winning than they would be on the singles court at this point. So 6-4, 5-3, 30-all. Venus holds here. They would just need to break and hold serve and then be very good on tie breaks.
Hugo, Venus's love for tennis is in her veins. The sun is setting for her, but she still wants to shine to prove her love for tennis. Oh, that's very sweet.
Oh.
Hey! Wow!
Kato has...
And Venus saved that one.
And Alex wasn't actually looking, and she's headed the ball.
Venus held that when Alex...
Boom!
Oh, did it hit her on the head?
Not very hard.
But don't you win the point as the other opponent if you hit someone on the head?
They still win the point. If you hit any part of the body, you still win the point.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
So this is match point. Right on the line, and that is the match, I'm afraid.
Oh.
It's all ended. I was just talking about the potential of a comeback. No, it isn't. I'm talking absolute garbage.
I love it. A husband who admits he's talking garbage. I'm a lucky woman.
It's juice. So it's just...
Don't worry, darling.
Lost by that...
the body ball.
The body ball. Sudden death juice. Match point, game point. Venus, second serve to Samsonova. Forehand to Alex at the net. She plays a forehand volley. Now a backhand volley. Both players. Oh, Kato has won it. Oh.
Oh, Kato's very happy about that. And she is the doubles one, so...
Well...
Emil, Damien, that's it. As if like he's walking out now. I'm only teasing you, Emil.
Yeah, I think that's it for doubles. I think Alex.
Well, don't predict it because you never know,
Well,
honestly. It seems to go on and on. And as we've been talking in the chat, it's about marketing of WTA to some
yeah,
extent.
yeah.
Well done. Well, oh, look at her. She's so Japanese and respectful. It's beautiful. She's bowing to the crowd.
I think if Venus plays another doubles at the US Open, it will probably be with Serena. I think she would want to play with Serena if Serena agrees. So that is the most likely partnership for her next. In terms of Alex, I think she will commit to her singles now, and doubles will be very much only now if it benefits her singles from now on.
Just a point of tennis rules and laws and things that Fred was just asking. Call that a foul, hitting an opponent on the head? No, it isn't.
Oh, well,
If what? As far as I understand, certainly in club tennis, in my tennis,
yeah, it wouldn't be
if
unfair.
you hit the opponent anywhere in their body, they win the point. You win the point. So whilst it would seem to be a foul and not a good thing, it actually is a you means you win the point. So the person who has been hit loses. Kind of sad, kind of the wrong way round, but there you are. What does it say here? Except, oh, if they anything they're carrying except for their racket. If it's their racket, then that's not the case. There should be a warning. Finally, Alex, have a good rest. Yes, and that means that we will all not be team Puyat or the Puyat or team Breakfast Club in 2 days' time, which I can't say I'm gutted about.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have anything else to say about the doubles. I think we've said it over and over again. Yes, it's great to recognise the legends of the game, and I think it's great that they have their opportunity to play doubles. Navratilova is obviously was mentioned earlier, and playing doubles, I think seriously, as long as you want, is perfectly meaningful and worthy thing to do. It's just that Venus isn't Navratilova. She's not playing doubles regularly like Navratilova, and therefore I can't take her in the same context as Navratilova. This was something very much I hope about supporting the game and supporting the WTA and also supporting Alex's development.
Emil Damien has sent us in another fun fact. He is a mine of fun facts. Serena and Venus will play doubles together at Cincinnati. Wildcards, yes, they'd have to be wildcards. And that's a good fun fact. And ACDJR is saying, I'm curious. So sorry, I ask. You mustn't ever be apologetic for asking. We love the questions. When did you become a fan of AE? Did you YT start before Miami Open? Oh, did we start before
We did
Miami
this year,
Open?
yes.
Yes, we started in January this year. There's a long story which I tell you what it's such a long story that I'm going to tell it tomorrow at the live stream of the singles A.Eala versus McNally. Otherwise, I'm going to keep you guys up until lunchtime, and I'm going to keep us up until the sun comes up. So, but thank you for asking, ACDJR, and we absolutely love A.Eala. Have a scoot through the rest of our YouTube videos, short lives. We've been doing every single live she's had since January, and we love it. And we've got a most wonderful, wonderful chalk dust family. And we cannot wait for tomorrow's match as well. We are all super excited for the McNally match. Having written the preview for the Noskova match, which didn't happen. I was so confident, honestly. To be fair to Dan, he was not so confident about it. But I'll not miss that story, Katie. Visit our country one time. I am. We are coming to Manila Open in January, especially to see you guys. That's so kind of you to say we should come, and we will come. And I'm learning Tagalog. I think you might be a new subscriber, so welcome to the family. I'm learning Tagalog, and we are coming in January. We're going to specifically for the Manila Open, and we'll probably tag a little bit of Australian Open on the front of it, depending on the dates. So we will put our dates together as soon as Manila Open has given its dates. Thank you for the coverage, Coach Dan and Katie. Enjoyed it. Excited with Alex's singles tomorrow. Pia Ramos. I know we are all very excited for that. We are being Team Puyat. Puyat. And you guys are Team Breakfast Club. I know that. When it comes to energy here in Manila, it's alive. Yes, this is what I hear. I'm super excited to come to Manila. I'm super excited to see your beaches, to understand your culture better. I'm really trying to understand your culture, and I'm just loving it, which is why we're really big. Oh, look at that cute fox. Thank you, cutie foxy. Yes, we even went to Jollibee's in Leicester Square yesterday for Dan's birthday. Have a look at the video. It was just quite fun. It was fun, and I think I've got a very, very soft spot for your mango and peach pies. Honestly, that was my total favourite. Thank you again, Fred in Swindon. Got 4 hours, Team Puyat. See you in the next match. Absolutely. Noskova, it's sad that you lost. We are expecting 2 champions raging war. I know we were looking forward to that, weren't we? But we will see you the next time. Absolutely. Guys, this has been so fun. Look at the clock. It's 3:25 here, 10:25 for you. You probably have to go to work. Team Puyat is okay. Many wants to be there. Ah, that's so funny. See you tomorrow. Yes, see everybody tomorrow. Please don't forget to subscribe because I like to see the numbers going up. And we're quite near 17,000 subscribers. Can you believe it, you guys? Take so much care of us. We really do feel validated every time these numbers go up. It's really lovely. And I am Vix. Thanks, Coach Dan and Katie, for the watch along. See you tomorrow. Yes, we will see you tomorrow. We'll go back to sleep now. Dino, is your father awake as well? You can't have got him up. Oh no, you're in Manila, aren't you? You're in PH, so you're okay. Dino and Aldi watch together with their dad. I love that. I love that. So hello, Dad. Poe, nice to see you. And hi, Dan. Are you a retired tennis player, if I may ask? Yes. Well, Dan's just writing something on his website at the moment, so I'm going to answer for him.
He isn't.
Isn't he?
I was just saying what I wrote about Alex back in February. Because someone was asking about our journey with Alex. But yes,
it's the same person who's asking, "Are you a retired tennis player?"
Yeah, I'm not retired. I still play a bit of tennis, but in terms of competitive tennis, yes, a bit like Alex, used to play seriously at 20, 21. I played all through the juniors.
Not quite at Alex's level at that.
In the UK, well, it was.
We can dream.
It was close, and I did play a lot of the players who we are still around the game from the British point of view, who are pundits or in coaching teams. So if you've heard of Tim Henman, he was someone I played a lot as a junior. He's a bit younger than me, but I played him 6 or 7 times. When I say I beat Tim Henman, I just don't say how old he was when I did. But I tried to play professionally, but you either make money or you don't, and that's down to how much you win, how many matches you win. and it's very expensive, as many of you will be aware, to travel to all the far-flung places to try and compete professionally at the bottom of the where you earn your ranking points, whether it's Africa or Eastern Europe. There are far-flung places you have to go to, which is not the same glamour that you're seeing on your screens now with Alex's events that she plays today. And it's you have to be brutally honest, which is something my parents were with me, and it was clear that I was didn't have it all, as it were. I didn't have everything.
You've got it all now. You're married to me.
Exactly. And it was more to do with off court. There's a lot more demands in terms of training and doing everything off court, which you need to do. It's not just hitting the tennis ball. I was very good at hitting the tennis ball, but I wasn't so keen on all the training off court. So I'm afraid I got what I deserved, really.
Aww.
So used to do a lot of coaching, and that would help your income and earn money in other ways. I used to also string rackets, so I used to have it all going on. I used to try and play matches, and then when I wasn't playing, I would be coaching and also earning money stringing rackets. A very different time back in the late 80s, early 90s we're talking about. But yes, really enjoyed it. But then by my mid-20s, I went into education and became a primary school teacher and then a head teacher. But when I finished a few years ago, I started to go back to tennis from a sort of seating position rather than on the court, and became an analyst. And I very much concentrated on the WTA because I could see that tour was much more interesting, very much more unpredictable, which is a positive. You didn't know who was going to win from week to week, and there were a lot of young players coming through. And coming from education, I like the fact that I kind of am passionate about youngsters from my education days, and in particular the girls who love sport in primary school would often drift away from sport through their teenage years. So at the beginning of this year, Alex was one of the young people I kind of focused on, because it's important that the new generation come through. And there were 4 or 5 young women under 21 that were very much a focus, and we started much more seriously following their paths, and that includes A.Eala, who you'll be aware of because she's one of Alex's close friends, Alex herself, and Victoria Mboko was another. She's been sadly injured, but there are lots of good stories on the women's tour, where the ATP, the men's game, very predictable. Obviously, Sinner and Alcaraz, tremendous players, very dominant, following the big 3, including Rafa Nadal. But for me, I just wasn't as interested. The men's game for me just didn't have all the different stories, and it's very difficult for a young man to come through and rise up the rankings quite as quickly. Whereas in the women's game, they're taking over. The younger generation are taking over, and they're really able to compete with the established top players who are 5, 6, 7 years older, even 10 years older. But that's the beauty of the women's game. There's no kind of barriers just because you're only in your second year on tour, or even your first year on tour. So very interesting to me, and so I analysed the women's game for the last 2 or 3 years, and hopefully that comes across in my knowledge of the game.
I think it does. They always say lovely things about your analysis, darling. Were you already commentating about A.Eala during the Melbourne Open? You noticed too how organisers and underestimated A fans by making her play in the small court. Yes, exactly. It was around January, wasn't it? That was Dan already knew about A.Eala and had already spotted. He'd written a blog about 5 players who were likely to be who were the players women's players who you should really watch, because they were under 20 and under, and these are the 5 people you should watch. So he had written that blog, and so he was very aware, obviously, from the previous couple of years as well. Whereas I wasn't so much because, well, as you can tell, I'm not so much of the tennis person in this partnership. But I love the whole business side of things. And when we saw that, or when I think I saw it came up on my thing that they had completely misscheduled and put her on a small court in Australian Open, and they had 7,000 people still in the queue when the court was full. And that was the time I was like, who is this girl? And Dan told me, and I was like, okay, let's talk about her because that sounds just really fun. And then when I realized what a beautiful, gracious, God-fearing, kind-hearted, beautiful woman she is, and how she does, the feminist in me loves her. Never mind the sports person in me, because I think if I had a daughter and she'd be the role model I would be pushing her towards, because never mind, even if she wasn't into sports, she's just a really good person, who is dedicated to her country, her family, her community, dedicated to her sport. She's hardworking. She's not a drama queen. She's not all about the glitz and the handbags. She is absolutely would be my daughter's role model if I had a young daughter now. That's how I feel about her. And I always think when she finishes her tennis career, for me, I think she'll go into a humanitarian career. She won't be the girl who's selling diamonds. She'll be the girl who is doing good work in the world. And so I genuinely think that she is just a wonderful person. Here endeth the sermon.
Yes, and we, because of my tennis knowledge, I was aware that towards the end of the French Open, Alex came across to the UK where we're based, and she played a lower ranked event, a 125 event in Birmingham. And I said to Katie, if we go on the practice day before that event starts, that will be a much quieter event. And now, just 2 months later, it's so busy now. The global interest in Alex Eala, it's kind of changed massively. But we were able to meet Alex on that day before the Birmingham event
I'll put a
started.
photo
So
up.
if you haven't seen this, we're going to show you.
I
I
will.
think,
No, don't
I
worry.
got
I
it.
know where it
It's
is.
there. Yeah.
I don't want that one. I want this one. There you go.
So we're going to show you the picture. But Katie had a chat,
There it
um,
is.
and it just seems ridiculous. We were literally waiting for Alex to come out of the clubhouse, and she came out with Sandro and Joanne Bosch have walked towards us, and Katie was literally no one about able to
I had a chat with
have a
her.
chat and give her some ding dongs. And I filmed a little interaction, and then we had a photo with her. But it just seems uh, slightly bonkers how quiet it was compared with 2 months later.
I'll see if I can, if it's still there, I'll see if I can show you the video of the interaction that we had. It may have moved somewhere else. Yes, it has moved somewhere else. I'll see if I can find it for you. And just give me a second. And I will turn it off and see if I can find it. But it takes a bit longer to find this one, darling. So,
But yes, having met her in person, and it's just testament to what a great young person she is. We spend time in other parts of our lives with the older generation. We have aging parents, like I'm sure a lot of you do, and some of their community could learn a lot from Alex in terms of just how she communicates to people. People she doesn't know, she hasn't met before. She's just a tremendous person, sort of outside and in, as we say. And she always encourages people to be the best versions of themselves. And yeah, if I was still in as a head teacher, Alex would be the perfect person to come to speak to the children She's
I can't get that
just
video.
a great.
I'll show you the video tomorrow. I'll get it up and make sure it's all lovely and visible for you and show you it tomorrow.
A great advocate of kind of well, she talks about dreaming. You can be anything you put your
Yeah.
minds to.
Do you remember when she had the youngster come over to her, who she was a tennis playing youngster, who said, Alex, Alex, I want to be like you. I want to be a tennis player like you. And she, bless her, she made me cry. She said, oh, that's lovely. I'm glad that you love tennis, but you be the be the best tennis player that you are. Don't try and be me. And I just thought that was really mature and gracious and sweet and just an absolutely beautiful thing to say, and quite right too. Hugo, thank you, Coach Dan, for your unselfish love for tennis. Your shared insights and almanac knowledge of the game makes my curiosity of tennis more interesting. Oh, that's a very lovely thing to say. Now, I've just had my phone tell me that I've had a disruption of sleep of 526%.
Wow,
I know. I know. I think I can't get away with it.
that's bad news for me.
It says unusually high sleep disruption. Well, you're not kidding. My phone doesn't have a setting for Team Puyat.
Yeah, we're
Right.
we're really looking forward to the McNally match.
Oh, we are. Really are
Can
looking forward to
Alex
that.
make it 7 wins in a row? She's won 6 matches in a row for actually the second time this season. As she's already said several times, any win at the elite level should never be taken for granted. And we're almost taking the fact that she's winning regularly now for granted, but no match is easy. And Alex has another tough opponent. McNally will be a tough match. The conditions suit McNally, fast conditions. There's not a lot of wind around. There's a big stadium court, as we've seen tonight. So it's more sheltered than on an outside court. McNally will be playing a fast, all-court game. She'll be looking to attack. She'll be looking to get to the net. And this will be a fascinating matchup. They've not played before, so we're really looking forward to the match in about 22 hours' time.
And Pia Ramos is saying there's a Guadalajara 500, aside from the Guadalajara 125 challenge. Did you know that?
Yes, I did, because Alex won the 125
Yes,
event last September,
even I
but
knew that.
she won't be playing the 125 event.
No.
It's going to be interesting after a busy August where she commits to next, but it's kind of August is so busy and it's such a priority in terms of the context of this season that I think Alex is a bit like on the grass. She's kind of just seeing it in sort of blocks of time, and very much August is her priority. Washington was the beginning of the month, and she couldn't have had a better start to August. These two big 1000 events, first in Toronto, then Cincinnati, and then, of course, the US Open. And as she says, she doesn't set specific targets. She just wants to improve, and improvement is
So mature.
based on what's gone on before. So the comparisons are these are new experiences at these two 1000 events now. Everything is all positive progress. Any match wins are progress. And at the US Open, she got to round 2 last year with that big comeback win over Towson. So if she just lives up to her seeding at the US Open, that will be progress. So I think that's where Alex will be thinking. She'll be trying to get to at least the 3rd round at the US Open. She's been used to winning matches at the 1000 event. She got to the last 16 in Indian Wells and Miami, the 4th round. So she'll be trying to improve on that either this week or in Cincinnati. It's just all about progress for Alex. Yes, we can get carried away. Fans are entitled to dream and think big things for Alex.
She wants us to dream.
But it's not all going to happen in the space of 1 year on tour.
No.
It's going to happen over her career. It's a perfectly reasonable expectation, but we don't need to put pressure on her yet.
I don't know about you, honey, but I think we could
Yes.
probably leave these people, because a lot of them are actually at work already.
Yes.
And we are at...
Going to get refreshed for her next match.
Yes, I think maybe next August we need to be in North America.
Okay.
Because, don't you think? Because being up in the middle of the night every single night is quite. I don't know. I think I'm too old for this. But
Maybe we could be bag carriers for
we could be.
Alex and Joanne.
Oh, I would definitely carry
Though
that.
Katie wouldn't. Katie would end up giving me the bags.
Of course I would. That's what husbands are for. Play the long girl game, Erica Island Girl. Absolutely right. Look, guys, this has been great. But tomorrow will be greater, I'd say. And thank you very much for coming along and joining us. And we will see you in the comments. We will see you over tomorrow. I think we're actually in a hotel again tomorrow night, aren't we? We're going down to a croquet tournament that I'm playing in on Saturday in Devon. But we will be so tomorrow night, yes, we will be in a hotel again. But hopefully we'll have our microphones, which will make us sound better when we shout.
Katie's playing croquet on Saturday. Alex is going to inspire her to great things on Saturday.
I try and be a Katipunera, but I don't think I have the blood. I'm not Filipino, that's the problem.
But none of that clashes with Alex's match.
No, because it's all overnight. Right, love you and leave you.
Thank you again.
Night,
See you
night.
tomorrow.
Salamat po for coming.